So what do you have done already?
Well, we went and got this 5/4 board at Lowe's the other day. And so now we're starting to make the bases of the chicken slide. It is 5 foot. So what I'm going to do is, so it'll slide on the ground, I've got to cut an angle on this. So here's where we are. We're cutting the angle. I've got one side cut already, and we're going to cut the other side. We need 2 sled runners. 45 on that end. We're going to put a 45 on that end. This is how it's looking. I'm building it upside down, but you kind of get an idea. We bought these boards at Lowe's 10 foot. So we're going to have pieces left over because these are only about 6. And so when you cut them off, this is what you have left. And we do that so we can make the spanners that's going to go.
So the runners are a total of 6 feet or 5 feet?
They're 5 feet.
Okay.
The actual part that the chicken's going to be in is 5 feet.
Okay.
We've made it a little bit longer. And the rows are about 24 inches wide.
Okay.
So these have to go up and down the rows.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm making them about 23 inches wide.
Okay.
So that means that my spanner board is going to be 21 inches. And I make them 4 inches high. So this is a scrap that was left over. So we're going to rip it 4 inches.
Okay.
Save this other piece that's left over because we're going to use it. So I'll have 2 left over. And this is upside down, so this surface is going to be flat. That's why it's on my work table. Get your hole started. And then that's going to go right in there like that. That pulls up tight. Hole. We built our first one. I made them all flush, and when we pulled it on the ground, the side that was dragging acted as a plow, and it plowed up the dirt. You gotta remember, this is upside down. Making sure this angle, this is all in the same family. So by having this upside down, the top part is always level and flat. It's got it on a flat surface. Now those are 3-inch screws because I want them to pull in tight and keep these kind of straight. So there is the bottom of our chicken slot. Now then.
Now it's right side up. Now you can see the space underneath for the dirt.
So it doesn't flap. Yep. So when you're pulling it this way, this is up, but that side there doesn't plow.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're pulling the other way, works the same way. This side's up, but that doesn't plow in the dirt. Experience. So now then,
learn from our mistakes.
Learn from our mistakes. Now then, we've got to think about building the nesting box.
Okay.
So this basket is 16 inches deep, so I'm going to make a base for this 17 inches. So here's why we bought 3 boards. This is one that's left over, and we're going to use it to build the base. This is the base for the basket, 21 inches. So we will go 21 inches. So when we get our basket in there, it's got something to stop against. It doesn't push all the way in. And we said we was going to make this from here to here to here. We're going to make it 17 inches. So I want this So we're going to drill a hole here, and we're going to drill a hole there. I have to have something for this basket to slide on. Because if we didn't have runners, they would...
Yep, we don't want that. Are 4x5, and he is attaching it to the edge. He's using the screws that we picked up at Lowe's with the large heads on them,
head,
like this. There we go. Yep. So that way the heads don't go through the screen.
It looks like it's got a factory-made washer right behind it. Makes it a little bit. We started in this corner, doing 2 rows down on the wood. So I'm going to work it as I go, so I get this.
As you can see, we have a seam on the top here. There's a thin wire that he's used to sew this together, just like he would sew on fabric, in and out, in and out. This wire comes with the mesh. He gets about 12 feet in it. And the only reason we had to do that, ideally you would like a 4 foot by 10 foot roll, and that would be enough for 2 cages. However, our Lowe's only carry 2 foot. So if your Lowe's or your store only has 2 foot, that's okay. You can just sew them together to make it 4 feet.
So now we're going to put in the end, make the end. This is why we bought 3 of these boards, so we can close up and in.
And this is the newest addition to our chicken slides. This newest wall here at the end is our answer to a lot of our problems we had from the other ones. Board that you bought that was the same size as the runners. This is part of that board. So some of it's going to get used down at the other end, and then some of it's used up here.
Following the screen, it's natural bow.
wire there just to keep the chickens from pushing it out. However, after our fox little escapade, we found out that the fox can pull this out. So now he makes a full little toggle that goes over it.
Where we left off was on this. I went ahead and just cut these in just like we did the other on the other end.
We showed that, so yeah.
Showed that. And I'm in the process of making a door on this side. This is the scrap wood we had left over.
Okay.
So now I'm in the process of making it. This is going to be the door. And I've cut two pieces, the opening, and this is going to be the sides. Now I've got to put some screws in here, and this is going to hold it together, and it's also going to be the stops. So this is where I am.
Okay, question. Why is this angled and this not angled?
This is the bottom where the hinge is going to go.
Okay.
And this helps the door fold all the way down to the ground.
Okay.
And it overhangs to stop the door on the sides and the top. So this not only holds the boards together, but when we close the door, it stops in the right position, and you'll see when we get that on.
Polycarb. There we go.
See how it rests right there?
Yep.
Zip tied to that, and we're ready for chickens.
So this gets screwed in. You drill holes on that end and zip tie it, and done. And then also we are going to put holes here and there, and then again on the other side, and that's what we attach the ropes to.
Yeah, sure. And that's just nylon.
Yep.
1/4 inch.
So there you have it. A chicken slide.
Chicken slide.
Chicken slide, not a chicken tractor.
No, no wheels.
Chicken slide.
Slides along the ground.
Yes, like
and the chickens walk with it.
Yep, they do. The one thing we didn't show is putting the perch in. We're gonna have to wrap this one up so we can get it uploaded. Paul, you're leaving soon, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm leaving Thursday morning.
And
this is Wednesday, so day after tomorrow I'm leaving early.
What are you going to go celebrate?
I'm going to go celebrate my mother's birthday. She will be 100.
Wow.
100. So we're going to go up there and spend a few days with her, and we'll probably celebrate. Going to have a good time with a 100-year-old lady that's looking forward to having her family there.
Yep.
Wow. 100.
100. Good
I feel young.
That's right. May the Lord bless you and keep you.
Thank you.